Okay, so here we are. We've built our base according to specifications that they laid out for us. There's several different bases you can use, but they all come out to be the same size. We've now laid out the channels for the bottom, just roughly. That's 34, 34, number 16, and number 17. 17, you can tell the difference because it's got a track like that. Next, we're going to hook up the corners before we secure it to the base. Okay, so the next part of the video is connect the corners. We've already done a couple corners. They go to the outside. These are part number 1. You just do them hand tight. And you can see there's 2 bolts on the bottom, 4 on the top. So here's the first issue I've run into. The base was said to be made 75. Well, we can't see it now. But... And we are right at 75. However, if you put it at 75, we have a little bit too much. So I would suggest doing a little checking on what you got in your box. Maybe they're all different. What I'm going to do is take my router and just cut a little channel on each side so that it'll set down in there nice, because you need that little drip edge. Next step, number 47 end caps are going to go right here. They're hard to put on with one hand, but I'll show you when it's put on. Just like that. Number 36, and we've attached it between the 2 corners. You have to do it on the inside. The part goes to the inside. It won't fit if you take it to the outside. 2 bolts on either end, and you want to orient the channel so it looks like that. Okay, next step was number 21, rear sealing plate. It goes there and there, 1 each to the inside, and if you can see, the flange is placed to the inside, not to the outside. Okay, so next is part 8 and 9, and then they're your supports. They're tapered for the roof, so it's obvious which way they go. What I did was I put the bolt in first, and then there's a channel right here, so you can slide the 2. You slide over the 2 bolts right there. Just slide down from the top down. Okay, we're at the bottom here. You can see the bolt. You can just push it through like that, and then slide this right over the top, like that. Then it's in, then just tighten these hand tight, and then those supports are in. Okay, next step is number 4 and 5, the right rear crown beams. And what I did was I started the bolt in there, because that's going to slide in the channel. So it bolts there to the inside on that one, and then to the outside here. It's oriented so that the groove is here and the other groove is here. Oops, sorry, here. Right here. So you got a groove on the bottom and a groove to the inside. I don't know if I can show you, but I'll try to set this one over so we get an idea. Just take it or slide it, in theory, into that channel. So you got it in that channel there. Let me come down here and set it over the top, and we'll put the bolt right in there. Okay, so I have the rear up. Now I've attached number 2 and number 3 to the crown beam, which is, I'm not sure which number the crown beam is. I should know, but I don't. Let me just look quick. The crown, number 35. So I have 2 and 3 connected to 35, just like that. I'm going to take it, set it on the front, and then put it into the back. Okay, next quick step, number 47 end caps, number 54 crown caps installed. Okay, now we're working on number 13, the corner bracket. It goes on the inside, right here. Now in the back, it'll be necessary to remove this bolt when you're putting it in, then you reinstall it. And that'll really square it up. Just quickly show you the proper orientation of number 13 in the back after you take that bolt out. It's in the front of that one and behind that one. Okay, number 48. This little end cap right here. Little spot for the water to get out. They just clip over. Pretty simple, self-explanatory. Okay, up next are the side vertical studs. Those are number 10. They're going to connect to the top and bottom plate in the same way in that little channel. On the first, and we'll show you the third one, you're going to include one extra bolt that you just lay in that channel, and that will accept your cross brace. If you forget to do it, you're just going to have to take it back apart. So we're going to take this, lay it down, right? Slide this nut in there. There we go. Take this end here. Hopefully slide it over that nut. It's not easy to hold the phone and do this. There you go. And then at the top, we'll just pull it. If you can see, I don't know if you can see. Top, we'll just pull it up and over that one. Okay, here we go. Part number 22, side diagonal braces. They're going to utilize those bolts, those extra bolts you put in number 10. Back to side diagonal brace 22. Use that extra bolt you put in those two pieces of number 10. You see we have one done here that connects to the top and the bottom with those 2 points right there into the center one. That was that extra bolt, and on the top that's number 22. It's going to give you an idea where we're at. We're going to do number 11 next. That's the side roof studs. A little extra help. Now I already have one installed here. So you see how it's oriented, same slot idea. Extra bolt for the window. And they sit on top of the top beam. Same setup, you're going to drop one down because that's going to take a bracket for the window. And then it's just going to go in place right here. We just slide over that one and over that one, and we're good. Okay, next up is the window support beam, and those are going to go on those 2 bolts that you put in those roof supports. You can see how it's oriented, the flat side in. Oh, too close, sorry. You see how it's oriented, flat side in, notches down. Okay, leave it loose because you're going to have to adjust it. Okay, here we go. Number 6 and 7 is the next step. Left and right doorway studs. They're long. They're oriented like this. You can see how the bolt comes from the outside to the inside. And you'll be able to tell which one is which by the little cut right here at the top. And then you can see where they are. And that really kind of sturdies up the whole structure, actually starting to pull it together. Okay, next is the number 25, the front diagonal support beams. That one's installed. And it goes between there on the bracket and there on the bottom, right on that other one you just put in. You'll have to remove that nut and that nut. Okay, next is number 23, front ceiling plate. That's these right here. You see the 23 there. And they bolt right above that last piece you just put in, and right over here to number 7. Same on the other side. Okay, number 12 is a front doorway support beam. It's going to bolt there and there. The giveaway is the notches cut in the beam itself. See them right there? And then it's got to go over the doorway beams. Okay, next we attach the vertical extender, number 19. And you just use that long bolt and the spacer and the nut. You can see the orientation. Okay, now we're up to number 14. This is the upper door rail. It has a groove in the back of it to accept the nuts, which we place there at the top, and one in that flange. And we're going to slide it across through there and then tighten it down. Okay, and there's the door beam installed. It took a little work to get it to slide across there. You might find it easier just to lay it over the bolts. That's 14. Okay, here we go with the door frame. You have 24 at the top, 226 in the middle, and 27 at the bottom. The two side rails are 20 and 28. And you can see how we've oriented them. The rubber is facing down, and the hollow part is down. On this end, there we go. You see we inserted the little plastic piece going down, and that's where the screws will go from the side. You secured this side on this side already. Have screws there, 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 and there. Okay. We got the door hung. We get the upper rollers, which is part 31. And that just connected to the door with these two bolts, one there, and then you slide the rollers. I don't know if you can see them, but you slide the rollers over this clip right there. And then on the bottom, you just clip those clips around, the rollers are up and in there. Okay, here we go for the windows. Here's one already put together. And you're going to take the bottom, connect the two sides 30, and the top. Before you connect the top, you need to take the 5A panel, pull the film off it, and slide it right down in this little track that you can see. And then you just secure those bolts there. Those bolts have to go in before you slide the panel in. And then you'll secure the little opener, which is 51, with two little screws. Okay, now we have the windows. To install the windows, you're gonna put them in that track. That part of the window goes in that track. Slide them down to where you locate them. Then you're gonna slide that bar up. That bar there that we have, slide it up or down. Tighten it. And just install with two screws your little stopper. You're good to go. Okay, so now we're starting to install the panels. We're going to do the panel over the door. You have to install the panels using these clips, and the clips go in just like this. Put it in here behind the panel. It's tucked in behind the panel. Bend this side down, and clips in. Now you're good. I probably should put that one a little higher, but that's how you put all the clips in on the rest of the structure. And there it is, all done. All the panels are on. Roof. It appears that you have 3 clips for each side of the panels on the sides, 3 on the roof, 4 on each of the lower windows. Well, looks good. Door slides. Nice. There you go. Get inside.